Okay, welcome back, guys. I today want to look at something very simple, and that is the command terms we always use in Excel. I just there is what we call column, row, cell, sheet, workbook, function, formula, and we are going to look at all of them now. Now, I want us to begin with the what we call row. Okay, sorry, let's begin with the column. Now, I want us to start with the column. Uh, and sorry, let's start from the smallest, the cell. Now, let's take a look at this box, this small box you're seeing. This is what we call a cell, this one, and a combination of cells running along the running vertically is called a sheet, like this one. Okay, like this one here. That green line you're seeing is called what? A sheet. Now, what do we call a workbook? Now, a workbook is a combination of sheets. Now, we might be having sheet one, sheet two, like this one you see. This one sheet, sheet one, sheet two, sheet three, sheet four, sheet five. Okay. Now, a combination of all sheets will be called a work what? A workbook. Now, let's go to our working up. Okay. Yes. Now, what do we call a row and what do we call a column? Now, just let's use the same. Now, this one running vertically is called a row. Okay. This one, this one running vertically is called a row. And now for the issue of the column, for the issue of the column, we take on this one here, running along the horizontal line. This one, okay, this one running along the horizontal line. Now, a combination of cells along the running vertical is called what? A row. Sorry, a column, and a combination of cells running horizontally is called a row. Okay. Let's see now this. Well, let's look at the functions and the formula. I want to show you how to work out a function and how to work out a formula. Now, let's see this total. How do we total this? And we shall first of all begin with using a function. Okay. Now, when we're using a function, if you want to get the total, we begin with what we call equals. Just press that equals, equal sign, then put sum because we want to get the summations. You put sum. Then what you do next is to open a bracket. You open a bracket. Then you come to the first mark and you give an highlight to everything. Yes, I think you're seeing how I'm doing it. That's why it's writing there B2, BE2. Okay. Then the next thing is just to press enter. Now you can see the everything, like the total of all this is already there. Now, just to make work simple on your side, you just need to put everything using that same formula, that same function down. You pull it down so that everything can enter. The information can just come in automatically. You can see the total marks are all there. Now let's see how we can get the how we can use formulas. Hmm? How we can use formulas. Let me put here. That one was total function. Okay, this was total function. Then This was total function. We were using a function to get it. Now let's see how to get a formula. Okay, for the formula, you just put the same equal sign, press that, then come back to this, okay, this one here. Then this and that, and as you press, you keep on adding all of them. Then to give you be giving you, then you just press enter to all give you what, the same thing, okay, the same total. I just don't want to put it there because of time. Then how do we get the average? We can even use still either of the two. We can use what, a function or a formula, okay, it's fine. Then we just see, we put it here, equal sign, sorry, let's equal sign. Okay, now how do we get the average? We just put there a equal sign, we write average, 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 okay, GE, average. Then we open the bracket. After opening the bracket, we go back to the total and tap on the total. If you tap on the total, it will bring to you that F2. F2 meaning it's the total. Now, if you're getting an average, average equals to total over the number of items. Now, the number of subjects there are 4, and the total marks is 230. Now, the 230, we are going to divide it by 4 to give us what? The average. Now, we divide it by what? By 4. And the next thing is just for us to enter. Now you can see 57.5. That's the average mark. Now, to avoid errors, this is what we shall do. To avoid errors, this is what we shall do. We shall put this here, and you will get that plus sign. Then you drag it downwards to the last point you want it in. Then you leave it. Okay, you can see every mark is there. Now, how do we get to the comments? Like you want to comment, like you're a teacher in primary, a teacher in secondary, you want to give a general comment, or to the students' performance. Now, this is what you do. Let's say from, even a child has got something like four, sorry, let me say 45 and above average. We put that child to have passed the exams or to have been promoted to the next class. And below 40, below 45, that student has failed. Okay. Now to get now we begin here with the comments. We put equals. Yes. Then we start. If sorry, let's use a capital. Uh, if if we open the bracket, if this, that we come back to the average, it will bring to us the G2. If G2 meaning average is greater than, let's put it, greater than or equals to 45. Yes, 45, comma, let's put comma, comma. You're talking, but in a mathematical way. Okay, that means the meaning is you open what? You open a quotation. That means that student is what? Promoted. We write promoted. Promoted. Okay. Now, promoted, you close. You close what? You close with a quotation again. Okay. Now we put again comma now is this comma is used to separate. Okay. We the next one is if G2, we open the bracket, again. Now we want to put for those who have failed. If G2, that is the average, we come back to the average again. If G2 is less than or equals to 44, then we separate it with what? With a comma. Then that student, has what? Has failed. Okay. Then we open the quotation. Open the quotation. Then the student has what? Failed. Now we just write failed. This is a comment you're giving. Failed. Then you close the quotation. Now you close the quotation. After you closing the quotation, what do? You how many brackets did you open? So the number of brackets you opened are the same number of brackets you are going to close. So we are now going to close how many brackets? You can see this is 1, 2. Okay. Now we are going to close it with 2 brackets. 1, 2. Okay. Then we just press enter. You can see the first student has already been promoted. Now we are going to apply this to all the other students. Yes, to all the other students, like this one here. Let's see how it works. The number of students who have failed and the ones that have been promoted. Now you can see 2 students have failed the exams and the rest have been promoted. I really want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for listening, for being tuned to this channel. We meet the next time. Thank you. Bye bye.